Paddling has grown enormously in popularity and the options are almost endless, but there's certain rules on the water that every paddler needs to be aware of. Keep right is one of the simplest and most important basic rules on the water.
I think that's the golden rule, really. If everyone keeps to the right, I know what you're going to do, you know what I'm going to do, so therefore we avoid a collision before it even happens. So if everyone has that in their mind, when they step out onto the water with their paddle or their ski or their boat or whatever, their cruiser, if everyone keeps to the right, it's all these head-on confrontations avoided quite easily, just from one simple rule.
So if you're paddling and there's an oncoming vessel, the key is to veer right. Make your move distinct, be decisive.
New South Wales promotes you're the skipper, you're responsible. So even as a kayaker, I'm responsible for myself and other people's safety. So as soon as I see an oncoming vessel, I immediately think, there's a risk of a collision, what would I do? As a kayaker, turn right. As a power-driven vessel or another kayaker, turn right, so avoid that collision.
Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, and using common sense is the best approach.
Some cases they might not be able to turn right. It might be easier to turn to the left or closer to the shore. This is okay. We want to avoid a collision, full stop. So if the most practical way is to turn towards the foreshore, then by all means do that.
So the key points to remember: keep right whenever possible and practical. Paddle defensively, know your ability. Use the foreshore if it's too dangerous to veer right. Slow down if in doubt, don't take risks. Shipping lanes cater for the biggest boats, and it's vital paddlers understand how to negotiate these deep channels so everyone remains safe.
If the kayaker was direct in his actions, good rule of thumb, don't dilly-dally around and take U-turns and that. Just pick your mark and go for it. If there's other traffic in the area, just wait till it's clear and go behind.
So here's the key points. Cross at right angles, the shortest route. Only cross when there's a break in traffic. Be visible, wear bright clothes, reflective tape. Paddle across the channel in a tight group. Life jackets are always a good bet. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Definitely err on the side of caution and safety. It happens so often, it happens so quick, and it's too late to wish that you had it then and there at the time when it's duck down to one of the local marine dealers and pick one up, and it's just that peace of mind, that safety, it's priceless.
Paddling at night can be a lot of fun, but you need to be seen to be safe. You'll need good lights so you can be seen from every direction. When it comes to lights, the message is clear: brighter is always better. What
we want to see in maritime is be bright at night. So if you can be lit up like a Christmas tree, have reflector tape, have glow sticks, white glow sticks.
These all-round white lights are excellent because your boat can be spotted from a long distance, almost from any angle except front on. A second white light on the front or a headlamp will ensure you're visible from all directions.
If you've got a light on your chest, no one's going to see you from behind. It's bad practice. You want to be seen, you want to be bright.
Some states and territories allow paddlers to use a flashing white light, so check the specific regulations in your area. It's a good idea to paddle in a group in the dark. A cluster of lights is a lot easier to spot than a single white light. Some lights are off limits. Don't use coloured lights, either flashing or constant. They're used as navigation lights, meaning powered vessels could make a beeline towards you. You can face penalties for using the wrong lights or no lights at all. It's great fun heading out for an adventure, but are you ready for the unexpected on the water? The key is using a safety checklist.
I've got my checklist at home and I've made sure that I've got everything in the bag that I'm going to need for the day.
Plan your paddle after checking the latest weather forecast for changes in wind direction, river heights, sea conditions and tides. Always tell someone where you're going and what time you plan to return. Whenever possible, take a mobile phone, kept safe in a waterproof pouch and stored within easy reach.
And I can get in touch with shore if I need to, or if I find myself on a beach somewhere with a broken boat, I can get help.
Take appropriate extra clothing stored in a dry bag in case the weather changes. Always wear a life jacket in open water and a helmet as well in moving water, such as river rapids.
Hitting your head on the kayak is one of the main dangers in the surf zone.
If paddling on open water, use a paddle leash or safety leash so you won't get separated from your boat if you capsize. Take enough water and some to spare, as you can easily drink half a litre every hour.
Obviously a dry bag with enough food for the day, and I also take a head torch. Takes up no space, and it's great if you do happen to get stuck somewhere in the dark or overnight. It's good to have a head torch.
Generally, try to paddle with others. It's usually more fun anyway, and a group is much more visible to other boats than a single paddler. Australia offers a wonderful array of paddling experiences. It's a great way to keep fit while taking in some amazing scenery, but it's critical every paddler makes sure they understand the rules on the water, just like the road, to ensure everyone stays safe.